I stand stiffly in the corner of the yard, my hands clasped behind my back and my shoulders squared. It's a stance known in the Marine Corps and the other branches of the military as parade rest. It's not particularly restful, but it does help me feel more comfortable here. I've known Garrett and Lars since grade school. We all played on the same football team in high school, the year we led the school to its first state championship in 20 years. Randy didn't play with us, but we hung out with him quite a bit as well, since he was Garrett's cousin. Other than my brothers in the Corps, these men are the closest friends I have in life. So I shouldn't be nervous. But I am. I'm nervous because this is the first time in 15 years that I've attended any party that wasn't held on a Marine base. No one here is wearing a uniform, and I feel out of place. I'm also not wearing a uniform, of course, and I feel even more awkward. Christ, Gunny, you want to relax a bit? It's okay. The CEO isn't going to write you up for lack of professionalism. Gunny is short for Gunnery Sergeant, my rank in the Corps, and is a commonly used title of respect, like calling the captain of a ship skipper. I crack a smile and chuckle at Garrett's joke. They wouldn't write me up if I showed a lack of professionalism, Garrett. That's not how things are done in the Corps. He lifts his hands and stares wide-eyed in an exaggerated show of placating me. My mistake, Mr. Sergeant, sir. I'm so sorry to have offended you. I laugh hard this time and shake my head. Mr. Sergeant, sir, somehow you managed to cram all 3 forms of leadership honorifics into one greeting. The only sergeant you can get away with calling sir is a drill sergeant, you know. Well, I'm sorry I'm not up to speed on military lingo, Garrett said. I spent 2 years living alone in the wilderness. It's a miracle I know how to talk to civilians, let alone soldiers. Marines, I corrected. See, I'm a regular basket case. It's a good thing I have badass friends like you to help me out. I'm afraid my badass days are behind me, I say. There's a degree of wistfulness to the statement, but mostly just pride in what I've accomplished and eagerness to see what the future holds. I gave 15 good years to the Corps and got 15 good years back. I don't regret my choice to leave, but I don't regret 1 minute of the time I spent there either. Oh, I don't know about that, Garrett replies. You know what they say, you can take the Marine out of the Corps, but you can't take the Corps out of the Marine. He might not know the proper way to address a non-commissioned officer, but that statement is right on the money. Fair enough, I reply. Let's just say I hope to apply my honor, commitment, and courage to a profession that doesn't involve fighting wars. He smiles and claps me on the shoulder. It's good to have you home, Dino. It's good to be home. You guys going to stand there hugging all day, or are you going to help with the food? Lars calls through the open window that leads from his living room to the deck. He's standing next to Randy in front of a huge stainless steel grill on which sizzles 2 thick cuts of beef. That depends, Garrett calls back. Are you going to keep that bad attitude all day? If you 2 want frozen steaks for dinner, that's your choice, Lars retorts. Randy and I are fine eating by ourselves, right, Randy? Randy lifts a thumbs up and flips down his steak. The fat that falls from the meat to the flame below sizzles in a cloud of smoke, and Randy smiles. There's nothing like that sound. Garrett shakes his head. Once more, Randy is going to burn a perfectly good steak. He heads for the door that leads to the deck. Move over and let me show you how it's done. I go into the kitchen and retrieve my own steak from Lars's fridge. I head to the deck to see Lars and Randy removing their steaks and bantering about whose is the best cooked. I walk to the grill and unwrap the paper around the 32-ounce porterhouse steak I purchased from the butcher's shop that morning to cook at the barbecue. Lars's eyes widen when he sees the steak. They told me Marines could eat, but damn, Dino. In response, I turn to him with an incredulous expression and ask, Who in the hell freezes steak?